Hey there, everybody. Doc here for Thorofan, and we're coming up on probably the last great prep weekend for the Kentucky Derby 2017. And, a lot of the races that we're going to be seeing this weekend, their names kind of fit. Santa Anita Derby, Arkansas Derby, the Bluegrass of Kentucky, and then you got the Wood Memorial. And, who are we memorializing? Who was Mr. Wood, or what was this Wood all about? Well, glad you asked, because that's what we're going to examine as we look at the name behind the race. We're going to take a little trip into yesteryear, specifically back into the early 1900s, back when, racetracks were full of people on a daily basis, tens of thousands thronging out on a daily racetrack day. We're going to talk a little bit about a track called Jamaica in Queens, New York, which was founded in the 1900s by the Metropolitan Jockey Club, of which Mr. Eugene D. Wood was a founding member and actually was the first president of the Jamaica racetrack. And it was upon his death in the early 1920s that his wife and the president that came after him, Frank Kilroe, decided to create a race known as the Wood Memorial, and it's the race we know today. Mr. Wood was kind of an interesting man outside of the racing game. He was part of the Tammany Hall group, and that was considered kind of a bunch of insiders that really had their hands around the political strings in New York. He would be kind of what we would call today a really hardcore lobbyist, and kind of controlling a lot of the political strings up in Albany. But he also was a very, very generous man, and having no children of his own, definitely took care of his nieces and nephews. And you can actually see his niece Mary Ellis in the right-hand photo here actually handing out the trophy for the Wood Memorial to 1977 winner Seattle Salute. And there were tons of great Wood Memorial moments, such as Bold Forbes here in 1976. Bellamy Road's amazing romp in 2005.
Toiling in fourth. They're coming into the final furlong, and this is a dazzling performance by a dazzling 3-year-old Bellamy Road. He's turning the Wood Memorial into an absolute runaway. He'll just cruise home here. Scrappy T and Survivalist are second.
The last horse, you might ask, to win the Kentucky Derby after winning the Wood Memorial? That'd be Fusaichi Pegasus right at the turn of the century in 2000.
And Fusaichi Pegasus runs by the front runners, and he's pulling away, and he is pulling away impressively. Red Bullet left behind, Country only third, Aptitude fourth. Fusaichi Pegasus will roll into Kentucky as the favorite in the Derby.
And of course, perhaps the most famous horse to lose the Wood Memorial would have to be Secretariat, 1973, and we all know what he then went on to do in that amazing Triple Crown run.
70 yards from the finish, it's Angolite in front, Sham on the outside.
He's just taken fourth, and he's heading toward the front.
This year, the Wood Memorial was actually downgraded to a Grade 2, and the stakes committee that looked at that did that based on recent results in recent years of the Wood Memorial. And in this fan's opinion, it shouldn't have been done, but looking just straight at facts, they may be on to something. And as can be witnessed here, this might have been the nail in the Grade 1 coffin for a little while. Last year's Wood Memorial, featuring Outwork just outworking a maiden in the Wood.
And Adventist, here's the wire. Outwork and Adventist, Bob Heads.
Well, there you have it. That's all you need to know about the Wood Memorial. Hope everybody enjoys the great weekend of racing we've got on tap here. Hopefully it'll clear up that Derby picture a little bit more, and now you're a little more educated. So if somebody ever at the track asks you exactly what the Wood Memorial is all about, you'll be able to tell them. I'm Doc for Thorofan, and we'll catch you next time on The Name Behind the Race. To learn more about everything thoroughbred fan-based and become a huge part of the fandom that is Thorofan, be sure to check us out on our website, thorofan.com, and sign up for our weekly newsletter. You'll be surprised what you find out about this great sport.